Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. It is Friday, and that means it's time for Roman Reigns. It looks like we got Roman Reigns out there right now with John Cena. We're running a little bit late, but it is good to see you guys. Delita's not even here, so hopefully she gets back here pretty soon, and we're back in the saddle. Anyways, hopefully everybody's doing all right. Sorry, I'm still setting things up. I was doing a roof earlier today. And, yeah. And she went to lunch dinner with her brother. Cena, Cena, Cena. Roman, Roman, Roman. Sola, Sola, Sola. Anyways, that's what we got right now. I haven't been watching, so this is where I'm coming in at. So I turned it on as fast as I possibly could, and that's where we're at right now. Boom. It was weird having a couple days off, though, guys. I definitely missed you guys, because, first of all, I wasn't even sure what day it was. It felt like, I was like, shouldn't I be on the air? Because, you know, it felt like a weekend, and now we got this for 2 hours, and then we have another weekend, so I kind of like the idea. They should move, whatever that's called, Rampage, or no, not Rampage. Dynamite, they should move that to Tuesdays. The only problem is they lost the war. Acknowledge me, Roman says. Yes, Roman, we acknowledge you. You know it to be true. Tribal Chief's back. Good to see the champion back. This is night one. Basically, this is the start of the last year of their contract with Fox. So 1 year from today-ish, we're going to see them back on USA. Should be a good one. Dude only showed up because I took my leave. And now he's got a job. John's not the greatest of all time. He's arguably not even in the top 4. But he's in the top 10 for sure. Who's the GOAT? It's the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. In his own head, obviously, because he's, what, top 20? Top 15 all time? We've done this before. We handled it. Now we're going to do it again. Well, that's nice of him. He gave him the option. He said, you know, you can leave, or we can go ahead and make you leave. And that is very nice of Roman. So hopefully Cena just takes off and we don't have to worry about it. What's going to happen, John? Roman Reigns and John Cena in the same ring. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Uh-oh. Should have thrown on a slider. He came out to acknowledge Roman. Maybe John's joining the Bloodline? And it is earned. He's not going to challenge him tonight because he has not earned it. Who? Who's under? LA Knight. Has LA Knight earned it? Is that what I heard? He's earned the opportunity to face the heavyweight champion of the world? I don't believe it. All right. Let me see if I can pull up the chat so I can kind of chat with you guys here. Turn that down in case there's stuff on. It's me. You. Where's the chat? Oh, there it is. Live chat. All right. Let's see where we're at. Okay. Hello, everybody, says Harley. And then Robert says, hey, what's up, my good people? Right now, anyways, we're going to go. We got LA Knight, John Cena, Solo Sikoa, and Roman Reigns in the ring. No Jimmy Uso. I don't know why, but it's a fact. He's not there. And then Chris Conne says, LA Knight versus Roman Reigns. Hell yeah. And then Janelle says, hi. Hello, Janelle. If you're still around. Sophie says, hi. Here comes Roman versus Cena 3. It's a 3-peat. Roman's like, I just don't understand how this dude could be the dude. Like, what has he done? What has he earned? Who's he beating? The Miz? Yeah. Let me talk to you. And then Sophie says, I am surprised that NXT beat AEW this past Tuesday. You know, I'm not. Not even a little bit. They threw their heaviest hitters. The only person they didn't have on there that was a heavy hitter is Roman. I mean, they had The Undertaker, who's a big star. They had John Cena, who's a big star. LA Knight was on there as a special guest referee. They did quite a bit on there. Walter says, hey, Travis and Daphne. Oh, did I miss one? Chris Conde says, Roman held it longer than Cena, but Cena held it 16 times. But that also means that he lost it 16 times, which is a fact. And not only that, the 16 times doesn't even really matter anymore because there's 2 belts. And back in the day, like when Rick was doing it and he was gathering all those, there was 1 belt in the company that he was in. Nowadays they have 2. So like right now, Seth Rollins is a champion and Roman Reigns is a champion. So there's 2. It's a little watered down. It doesn't really mean as much. Although Roman did have it for like 300 and something days where he was the undisputed champion, which is pretty cool. And I will give him that his title run, those 300 days, is pretty impressive. I wonder if Raw and SmackDown end up back on the same network. Would they finally end the brand split? No. The brand split will stay, just for the simple fact is there's too many wrestlers to just do the same wrestlers on both shows. And this way they can take top stars and put them on both shows. And then when pay-per-views come around, put them all on the pay-per-view. I think the brand split is a fun thing. Plus, the draft is fun. All that kind of stuff. It adds to the funness of the game. And you already have 2 champions. Why would you get rid of one of them when they just came out with the new belts? So I don't ever seeing the brand split go away. Cena versus Roman 3, and then John Cena in the ring, and the Bloodline. Boo, says Walter. Where's D? Sophie says she is out with her brother. She could be back. I don't know. I'm in the house, so they could be out there for all I know. I have no idea where she is, what she's doing, or whatever. But I went and helped her brother build a roof today, and then they went to dinner, and then I came to do this. Woo! That's a threat! Who are you? Woo! Woo! He just got jacked. But Jimmy, I don't think Roman much cared for that. He was talking. Roman didn't know who the guy was. He just wanted to know who the guy was. And the guy was explaining who he was, and then Jimmy attacked him. Like, dude, let us know. Like, we just want to know who you is, dude. Like, who is you? Well, he's back in Roman's face. Roman decided to leave because He don't know who this dude is, but he should let Solo go ahead and take care of that business. Yeah, he doesn't make impulsive decisions. Handle him, he says. Go get him, Solo! You got one thing to do. You got one job. Ain't nobody stopping you. So Solo turned and walked away? But he had a job. He's not very dependable in his job. LA Knight, Solo Sequoia later on tonight. Yeah. So he's going to turn him upside down and use him as a mop, but he doesn't have a lot of hair on his head, so what's he mopping with? Just the head? Doesn't make any sense, LA. It'd be different if he had long hair. Shit'd be hilarious. Don't forget. Okay, Walter says good news. We how you won at bingo Wednesday and got a Starbucks gift card. Bam! I'll have to tell her when she gets here. And Chris says, "LA freaking night, baby." He said baby, but I like to say baby. All right, Triple H is here tonight. It looks like. He didn't mention the 1,000-day reign, only 147-day reign. Boom. So they are going with LA Knight versus Roman. That is out of nowhere. You know, it is. And I don't understand it personally. I thought it was going to be AJ Styles, but maybe AJ did get injured a little bit more than they thought he did. Either that or maybe he didn't like working on SmackDown because Paul Heyman's over there. And he had to actually work with Paul Heyman. That could be one thing. LA Knight next for WWE Champion. That is a fact, Walter. And then Piccola says, well, someone has a rocket strapped on his back right now in the main event scene. Yes, absolutely. He's one of the fastest growing stars in wrestling. Hopefully, they can catch the fire, ride the fire until his retirement because he's already older. I don't know if any of you guys have ever looked up how old he is because I don't know. But I would assume he is older than 38. You know, he could be already in his 40s. I don't know exactly how old he is. Well, I just remember he was wrestling and he looked really young. And that was, what, like 08? Somewhere in the WWE when he was Kennedy! Most met Bret the Hitman Hart today. What? How do you almost meet Bret the Hitman? Like what happened? What happened? I want to hear the story. It's LA time, baby. Anyways, Walter says, okay, at 9:10 I'm going to be here Monday for Raw. Still in chat. Pimpin'. Triple H has an announcement. Hopefully it's good news. I heard Nick Aldis will be a new GM. What? Nick Aldis would be pimp if he came to WWE. I'd very, 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 very much like that. If that's an option. Let's see. What's the channel, says Lance. I'm not sure what that means. SmackDown is on Fox. This channel is, what are we? Wrestling Gab. I'm tired. Walter says, it's on Fox, dude. Seriously. Walter says, Jimmy Uso, boo, nobody likes Jimmy. The Piccola says, well, the audacity. Flash in the pan, he sure hasn't sniffed the title yet. And then Joe says, Hart! Or, yeah, Joey says Hart. And then Ravi says, what's up, Travis? And I have to say, what's up? I'm by myself. And I'm just trying to keep up. And like I said, like right now, I can do the wrestling stuff. Sorry, it just cut out for some reason. Of course it did, because I'm trying to read chats. But Anywho, what am I doing? Oh, yeah. And yes. So anyways, we do have Solo Sikoa going up against LA Knight later on tonight. And as Piccola said, he has a rocket strapped to his back. Why aren't you working? Ba, ba, ba. Cool. I think my internet's down. But if it was, then you guys wouldn't be seeing me, so I have no idea what's actually happening. Okay, that's working again. All right, where am I at? So what's up? Travis, and then Jimmy could cost Jay, Uso, and Cody the titles. Yes, and that's exactly what we want. Oh, here it is. That's pretty deadly. Looks like they're coming. They thought he would never walk again after that shoulder injury. Here he goes. He's going to stand up, guys. Look at the intestinal fortitude. Look at that. After months of rehab. Hell yeah. Pretty Deadly is back. All right, where are we at? And Piccola says, Jimmy is a huge liability. Of course he's a liability. I'm just excited to see Pretty Deadly back in the squared circle. Is it Dancing Queen? Is that what they're come out to? Huh, usually you don't see in WWE them use established music already. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just sounds similar. And then Stanley says, why are they calling it a premiere when it has been on TV? Okay, so it's premiere because it's day one of the year. So the year starts right now, and it starts that way for everything. Like series, everybody's back in school, so it starts in the fall and it goes through the spring, sometimes just through the winter or whatever. But that's your season. In wrestling, it's year-round, so they just start it in October, and it goes to October, and then to October, and to October. So if you have a like a cable box or something, this should be episode 1, and it'll have like a new season. So season 40, episode 1, or whatever season they're on right now, is how they do it. Anyways, we got the Brawling Brutes going up against Pretty Deadly. Now, remember, Ridge Holland is the one that injured him, the blonde guy. So this should be pretty good. And we are underway. So Butch is already doing the joint manipulation. Of course, because that's what Butch does. So, as Corey Grace just said, Aaron Rodgers may come back this year after a ruptured Achilles. Like, it's kind of nuts. Like, he's walking already, and usually it takes months to, well, not months, but weeks to walk again in a boot, and he was out like kind of walking around pretty good. So I don't know how his Achilles ruptured. I don't know if it came off the heel or if it just came off the calf, because if it came off the calf, he can come back a lot easier from that. But if it came off the heel, you would think that it would take a full 9, 10, 11, 12 months to come back. So anyways, very, very interesting on that one. Look at that. So they're just smashing their chest right now. Little tribute to Sheamus. I don't know if Sheamus is injured or what. Where are we at? Okay, apparently Mr. Kennedy did Trained Tiffany Stratton. Well, maybe he did train her. Da, da, da. Maybe LA will come close. That's when Priest will cash in. You think Priest is going to cash in on that belt? It seems like they've kind of been working together a little bit. That one would... I just see him cashing in on Seth is all I'm trying to say on that one. But that would be interesting. I mean, it would also... Would he get the belt? Like, if he did cash in on Roman? Or would it be a failed cash-in? Because they could also go that route, too. Especially if Damian Priest grows stagnant. And I'm hoping that he's not growing stagnant, and what they're doing with him is just putting it off so they don't have to rush it. It seems like they always rush that cash-in. Like, I think, we saw the rushed cash-in in the past with, like, Liv Morgan. Most of the time with the women, you see the rushed cash-ins. They do it really quick. We saw it with Io Sky this year. It was like, at least it wasn't the same day, but it was within, like, a month. Rebecca says, where is your WWE partner? And by the way, hey-o. She is at dinner with her brother. I'm hoping that she actually comes because she's better at this, and then I can do that, she can do this, and then a lot more people will chat, and we'll all be happy because everybody's chatting. Hey, there she is. She is here. So, good deal. You made it! I said you made it! Hold me closer, Tony Danson!
He decided to have dessert, so it was a lot longer.
What kind of dessert?
Brownie with ice cream.
I saw he was drinking Bud Light, but I didn't say anything.
You saw he was drinking what?
Bud Light, but...
When he came over?
Yeah.
Probably the only beer that guy had.
Oh.
Chuck?
Yeah.
Probably the only beer Chuck had. He had a margarita, though. At the Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, is that where you guys ended up going?
Yeah, we went to Texas Roadhouse.
Went all the way to Texas, huh?
We went all the way to Texas.
To the Roadhouse?
Every store in the house.
Woo woo! Good to see Anna up in here. Oi. All right, Pretty Deadly's back. It's official. They're taking out Butch right now. And Ridge Holland is over on the side. He's trying to wait for the hot tag. Although Butch doing pretty good for himself. Butch is doing double duty. He works in NXT and WWE, which is kind of cool. I have to admit, though, like, because I don't watch NXT live very rarely. Obviously, we did this Tuesday because AEW was on with it. But I usually fast forward through his matches on NXT. So, just so everybody knows. And then Stanley says, I cannot stand Cena. The only reason he's there is to get some people over. On the movie, people were on strike. Now the strike is over. He will go on the rest of SmackDown and win. And win what? Anyways, yeah, I mean, obviously he's there for a reason. He's trying to get a little bit of money, and he's doing what he's going to do. I think he'll finish whatever it is that he's planning on doing, and then he will go back to Hollywood. Because, I mean, first of all, I like him in Hollywood. I'm not a huge fan of him in wrestling. I don't hate him. I get he brings a lot of fans, and he brings excitement, and he's very safe for the other wrestlers, and when he's putting wrestlers over, it's awesome. But in Hollywood, like Cock Blockers and Vacation Friends, there's one where he's like I think he adopts some kids at a fire station. That one's pretty good. And I'm sure there's another one that I'm forgetting. I know he had done the Marine or something. I don't know if he was the main Marine or whatever. But it was something like that. It was like the Marine. Or anyways, it was a WWE Films one. I don't know if WWE Films still exists. But they used to have like their own film studio. Hey, Luke's in here, too. You better hurry. Maybe you're trying. There is nothing you need to do out there. Oh. Ew. In the kitchen?
Not in the kitchen. Let's fill in the water up for the animals.
And then Piccola says, modern day medicine is wild these days. Yeah, especially if you're talking about different types of medicines. I like the 80s medicines. What Bon Jovi sang about it, because it's bad medicine. It's what we need. Whoa, shake it up. Ridge! Gorilla Press! Oh, I know what he's talking about. He's talking about that damn Achilles of Aaron Rodgers. Makes sense, because I'm the one that said it. But yeah, I mean, it could be, and he could do in that platelet-rich therapy, too, where they take your red platelets out of your blood or whatever and inject it into the wound. Platelet-rich, I think it's called. Anyways, whatever it is. That shit works. They did it on Tiger Woods' knee. Awesome. What they should do is just inject it with human growth hormones and just move on with life. But everybody likes to complain about it being steroids. It's like, how's it steroids when your freaking tendon's not attached to you? What are you going to be doing, calf raises with a tendon that's not attached? No. Meanwhile, Otani isn't throwing a pitch till 2025, and yet he's still going to get the highest paid signing this year coming up in 2024. Fact. I mean, I don't know how good he's going to be when he comes back, but even if his arm, obviously, figure of speech, falls off, he can still hit, and he's a really good hitter. So if they take that into account, he's still, worth, I mean, nobody's worth that much, but I would pay him $250 million if I had a team. That's as high as I would go, 10 years or something. But they'll go higher. I'm sure he'll get close to 500, which would be nuts to see somebody get a $500 million contract. That's it. Pretty deadly. Pretty deadly. Pretty deadly. 9 minutes on that one. A little under, but I'll round. After that comeback, and then he pins the guy that injured him. How amazing was that? That's got to be a Cinderella story.
What kind of excitement's going on in here?
A Cinderella story.
Ew.
So, after being in a wheelchair for months, after having to deal with what he dealt with, the injuries, he came back and they wrestled Ridge and Butch, and he just pinned Ridge.
Oh, he finally got a win over him. That's good, whatchamacallit.
It's a Cinderella story.
It's called good,
Cinderella story. Storytelling?
it's good fake storytelling.
Nothing fake about
That
it.
he
It's like Aaron Rodgers' Achilles tendon. This is what we've been talking about. Is that my scratcher?
Yeah,
Not that.
I don't want it. Stop touching me with it. It's gross. Where are you at in the reading?
Oh, so you see where Luke says, "Hey, everyone."
Let's see. Luke says, "Hey, everyone." Hey, everyone. Luke says, "Hey, Trav," and Talita when she sits down.
No.
Okay, got it. Then Pico said, "Will we ever see your one buddy pop up as a guest again?" Who's the one buddy?
Are you talking about
Pico asks.
King Dwayne?
Pico, which one are you talking? Which buddy? Chris.
Hey, there he is.
Carlito. Chris says, Texas Showdown ALCS, baby. Those damn Phillies also in an LCS versus the Diamondbacks. Walter says, Brawling Brutes for the win. And Walter says, hi, Luke and others. And Luke says, hi, Walter. And Pico says, I'm watching preseason NBA. They are showcasing Wembanyama and the Spurs tonight.
Hell yeah. He's only, like 12 feet tall or whatever?
Wembanyama?
Yeah, I don't know how to say it. It probably never will. I'm sure they'll come up with a nickname for him. But he was the number 1 overall pick for San Antonio. He's like 7'4", I think. He's that goofy, tall.
Oh.
He's only goofy because he's
I
tall,
thought they were talking about those guys from Lethal Weapon. The one with Jet Li, number 4. Wembanyama. Wembanyama. The forefathers. bet you're tired of being a Swiftie nowadays. Walter says, Daphne, late. Yeah, well, it's Friday the 13th, motherfuckers. Yeah, that's my day.
There's Luke, and then we got to talk to Luke about who he likes more, Travis Kelce or Taylor Swift. When they break up, whose side is he taking?
Oh my gosh, yeah. That's gonna be a one for the
Is
books.
she gonna break up with him right before the Super Bowl because she is from Philadelphia?
Oh, and then she's gonna write a song about it, and he's gonna be all depressed. He's gonna like play all stupid on the field, and he's gonna cry. He's like not gonna catch the balls and stuff. He's gonna like sit on the field and cry.
Carlito just got jacked, fool.
By who?
By the Hurt Business, the street business.
Oh, those people. Luke says WWE Films does still exist, but it's being rebranded into the new merger thing. Luke says, I love being a Swiftie, LOL. And Walter says, pretty deadly one, boo. And Luke says, hi, Delita. Hi, Luke. How's the family? How's everything going in Ireland? Walter says, hi, Daphne. Okay, good news. One Bingo Wednesday got $5 Starbucks gift card. You know what, Walter? They need to really up that for inflation. You should be getting $10 gift cards at this point. What?
Nobody is going to pay for $10.
What are you doing with your guns and titties? Hat.
Rubbing it.
That's disgusting and weird. Is that for luck?
No, it's for touching babies.
Low roller scratcher. That sounds gross. Is in the chat. Hey, Roller. How's it going? Walter's like, Carlito back. Luke's laughing. And Chris says, Carlito needs old theme back. And Pico says, I swear it's been a year. Totally can't remember what he looked like.
Who is he?
The person that your guest, your pop-up guest. He can't remember what he looks like, so he doesn't know who he is, and he swears it's been a year.
It's been a year or more, yeah.
Is it the one that comes in and doesn't read, and he just, like, reads the questions to himself and then answers them?
Yeah, he just answers.
He's like, oh, am I supposed to read this chat? Okay. Oh. Oh, hey, that's a good question.
What?
So, yeah, my favorite wrestler. I'm in love with Charlotte. She's my girlfriend. She talks to me all the time. Even my kids know she's my girlfriend. He's delusional. It's okay. We have to have all kinds in the world. Walter says, okay, more matches still. And Harley says, how was your dinner with your brother? What's up, Luke? How are you doing? It was pretty good. Ate too much. Had to bring half of it home.
Would you...
I had a combo of a ribeye steak and ribs with a loaded baked potato and a house salad.
Or you're like, I just bring
We
one
had-
of everything.
We had rolls and a brownie with ice cream. I couldn't eat all of it.
Is this your favorite song?
I bring half the steak home, most of the ribs because I only ate 2 of them. Half of my baked potato. Oh, and we did get tater skins for an appetizer.
You didn't do those.
My brother had never had them, and I got them, and he was like, oh my God, these are so good. And I'm like, Like, you've never had the tater skins? You need tater skins.
Eat your own.
It's my tater skins.
LA Knight's going to wrestle tonight. Roman Reigns was already on.
Tater skins.
He's going to wrestle Solo Sikoa.
Solo Sequoia.
Yeah, in the main event.
That happening tonight. Who is it?
LA Knight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's hope he wins. Yeah. Harley says, what's up, Luke? How are you doing? And Luke says, things are good. Got the light display set up, and we'll take family pics with the display this weekend. We'll send you some photos. It'll be fucking better. Because I haven't had one goddamn photo, and I'm upset about that. And Luke's like, hey, Harley. And Walter's like, looking forward to Triple H's big announcement. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? What's it going to be? My God, we were watching one of those college football games, right, that they had on.
Uh-huh.
It was West Virginia versus Houston.
Okay, West Virginia's usually pretty good.
West Virginia and Houston were like, they were like almost, they like were tied or something like that. I can't remember. No, they weren't tied. They were behind. And West Virginia got a touchdown or whatever, right?
Bigger things?
That's not very nice. She's gonna smack you with that chancla. What kind of attire is Zelena going to be wearing? It looks purple. Oh my gosh, you threw her chancla at her.
It could be, but it looked like her pants were just
Oh, no, it was a chancla. Oh, God, it's Roman Reigns.
I'm going to be sore for like 2 days.
Oh, congratulations on doing some physical labor. You going to sleep good tonight? My brother said he was after his meal. He was like, I'm going to go home like a coyote and sleep forever.
I'll probably be too sore to sleep. No. Look at that. He's going to get jacked right here.
Smack him.
Oh, God.
Oh, dude.
I'm more like Second Street.
Feels like maybe so. He wore sunglasses. Yeah, that's Twain.
Hey, you guys gonna watch the eclipse? Are any of you guys? Can you even see it?
Are any of you in this part of the world where you can? Just kidding.
Well, it comes up like through Texas.
That means Piccolo won't see. He's in Florida. So maybe Chris might see it, but I don't know how many of the southern states will be able to see it, like Alabama, Louisiana.
I think Alabama's pretty
Mississippi.
See it a little bit.
Florida, all in that area. I'm not sure. Let's see. Brandon Stevens in the chat says, me, Chim, Mary, Brandon Stevens, and Chris says, CMD, that's what I get, a Longhorn Steakhouse. Yeah? Get you a combo plate. Rebecca Chatloss is in the chat. Hey, Rebecca says, where is this yummy place? It was called Texas Roadhouse. Darren is in the chat. Hey, Darren says, hi, hello. Walter says, oh, Outback Steakhouse. Daphne went, no, I went to Texas Roadhouse. I'm not a very big fan of Outback Steakhouse, actually. I've been there a few times. It's in a different city from where we live, but I've gone there a couple times, and I was not impressed. It was kind of gross. And people's like, aw, appetizers slap. I know, right? Like, I could just live off of the appetizer. But I was like, oh, I probably would have real food, too.
Why?
I don't know. I just figured I wanted meat. Meat. We talked about meat, so I was like, meat sounds good.
Bailey and the Riff Raff, here they come.
Sophie's back in the chat saying, welcome back, D.
Oh my God.
Pico's like, chocolate life.
Look at Bailey. She's put on like 10 pounds since last week. Wow.
Oh my Lord.
She's kind of swollen. She pregnant?
Not swollen and like food
way.
baby swollen. I mean, as in she worked out at the gym swollen. That's what we mean.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't. Oh.
It's like, So he's like, Carlito is back full time. Not anymore. He just got murdered.
He just got beat up.
He just got murdered, so. Looks like no one has photos yet. I've discovered that I am not fond of sharing the beauty of my girls. Oh, I never thought I would get sucked this hard into being an Uber dad. Nah, I get it. I'm sure you shared with your family, though, like your sister and your mom and stuff like that. By the way, if you do share with me, that is as far as they will go. I do not post other stuff for any reason whatsoever. None of my business. How are all your animals doing? Did you eat your cow yet? What?
That's just hitting you.
Chat! Cheeto chat!
Those are sore too. Everything's starting to get sore already.
Oh no. Travis is going to die later. It'll be fine. Well, it's like Zelena Vega for the win. And Sophie says, never since AEW got defeated in the ratings, Tony Khan has been tweeting a lot. You mean ever since? Yeah, that's normal. People's like, something lunar? No.
No, it's a solar eclipse.
It's a solar
tomorrow
eclipse.
Morning.
Solar eclipse tomorrow morning. A lunar eclipse will be happening on the 28th of October if you are interested. Not sure where you'll see that.
Nobody cares about lunar eclipses.
Oh my God! Everybody cares about lunar eclipses, Travis.
Not one person ever has cared.
Walter's like, oh, oops. And Luke's like, that's because Tony is becoming unhinged. Kind of like Vinnie Mac did. LOL. No, I don't think Vinnie Mac ever became totally unhinged. I think that was just part of his character.
No matter what, what happened to AEW is disgusting. Like,
No matter
he needs
what,
to fix it.
no matter what, Tony Khan shouldn't be running a business.
I wish his dad would take it from him and hire somebody. That's what really needs to be
That
done.
is what needs to happen, because at this point, it's just, I feel like it's just a toy he gave his kid, and his kid's like, I'm going to play with this, and he did good for a minute, and then he's like, now I'm going to make it stupid.
I'm done with that toy.
Superman's coming in!
He's like, he wants to see what's inside Stretch Arm.
He's fighting the crocodile guy!
He's like, I'm going to just break it. I'm done.
This is stupid. So it's like WWE and AEW are scheduled to go head-to-head again sometime in November. Chris says Kai's thighs.
Yeah, she looks pretty good out there, doesn't she?
Oh, fond of sharing. Well, you know. Walter's like AEW Rampage later than AEW Collision Saturday. And Sophie says, they teased Roman versus Cena 3. Luke says, never thought you would spread the pics. Yeah, I would be lucky if I even look at them. Like, oh, there's some pictures of some people. And going about my life. Nah, it'd be cool. It'd be cool to see your family. It'd be pretty neat. Especially with all your, like, setup. Because I don't think you've ever sent me pictures of your awesome Halloween setup. And I feel gypped out of life. Thanks. 4 years of this, and now I'm gypped. Good job. Thanks a lot, Luke. So it says Randy Orton is finally coming back soon, and Nick Aldis is rumored to become SmackDown general manager tonight. Is that what Triple H is going to announce for us?
Who said that?
Sophie said Nick Aldis is going to be the general manager.
Walter had said that earlier, so I wonder if it's out there on the internet.
Walter says, poor Travis is sore. Sophie says, last night I saw a red sky. Nice. That means you'll die in about 2 more days. Shame. It's a shame.
It's like when a giraffe sees a spot on his shoulder.
Chris says, yeah, we have partial eclipse tomorrow in Texas at noon. What the fuck, noon? Ours is at like 9 o'clock in the fucking morning. Where's this noon shit?
You might want to check your calendar, because I bet it's early.
It might be earlier than that, Chris. If you're not working and you want to see it, partially like this, I think I see it. Don't look directly into the sun.
Don't look directly into your TV right now.
Is it because she has eyes on her boobs?
I don't know what she has on her boobs. I wasn't looking at her boobs.
What were we looking at? Her
I
butt?
was just looking at the whole package. It's hard to just stare at boobs when there's nothing flawed.
She's so pretty.
Like, Bailey's got really nice boobs, but I'm not looking.
We haven't seen her boobs for a long time, and I think she's like me, where her belly might be out sticking her boobs at this point in life. Well,
the jiggle in middle is
I really needed a food, baby. Now my boobs are too small.
Need to get a boob job. Holy crap, Bailey in there right now with Zelena Vega. This is a fantastic matchup because Bailey sucked lately. And when I say sucked, I mean sucked lately. She's like lost to pretty much everybody.
Yeah. Luke says the animals are good. Some wild turkeys kept wandering into our enclosure, so we just incorporated them and built them a pen. That's hilarious. And that's not a big deal, huh? Out there in Ireland, they're like, wild turkeys, that's fine. If they're on your property, they're yours. It's cool.
Sounds like a good drink.
Sophie says 8. Maybe that's what it really is. Was it the drink, Luke, that kept wandering onto your property? Just wild turkeys?
I don't know where it's coming from.
I don't know how this bottle got here. Strange. Where's that Coke I was looking for earlier? Sophie says AW got 600,000 views on Tuesday. I thought AW would have gotten more. Chris says, yeah, Tony Khan is just playing with toys. Walter says, if the solar eclipse October 28th during the day, it will be dark a little. The solar eclipse is tomorrow the 14th, Walter. 14th. That's tomorrow. The lunar eclipse, which is the moon, is the 28th. Rebecca says, sounds like you ate too much sugar.
Yes.
What the fuck? Who ate sugar?
Anybody with a belly.
I did not eat too much sugar.
That's how you get a belly.
Oh my God, I didn't eat too much sugar. I had meat and a potato. Not even a lot of potato.
You don't get a belly in one eating.
It was totally in one eating. That's where this all came from.
I was fine yesterday.
I was fine 1 hour before I went, and then all of a sudden now I'm fat. It was a spontaneous combustion of fat. It was horrible. And I feel terrible about myself. Thank you.
Oh, she went for that little flippy thing.
It's why I have a whole bunch of stretch marks. Thanks a lot.
619.
Now I'm more subconscious about myself than I was before. Piccolo says He-Man will face the White Ranger versus Megatron. You know what? That is probably what Tony Khan plans on doing. Luke says, I am really bad at sending pics. Oh, she broke her.
It's over. Well, no, she needed to, though. Bayley needed a win.
But not over Zelena. That's a weird win.
But Zelena's not a good wrestler.
Oh my God, don't pull her hair off. That's not her real hair.
I think it's real.
Oh my God, it's a wig.
I don't think it is.
She changes her hair like every single week.
Roots.
Sweetie, remember how we went over this about wigs nowadays? They look real.
Conversation about wigs. Who's going to come down and save her?
Who is it? It's Shar Shar. Shar Shar running in her
heels.
God damn that girl. She can run and kick and do all kinds of things. They had a compilation of that on a social media thing. It was pretty funny. She actually can run pretty good in those ridiculous things, Luke. So, yeah. I'd like to see you do it better.
I can't run in those, no. She looks like she's 15 feet tall next to Zelena Vega.
She's like, I am a giant.
Zelena's literally at her boob level.
She's like, can I be in your bosom?
Up next!
Oh, good. The season premiere.
Paul
Up next.
Levalsky, or whatever the hell his name is. It's old Paul.
Oh, Paul. Congratulations, Paul.
He just spit on that kid's cake.
Yeah, he blew out the candles. What a jerk.
That's not even blowing out the candle. That was spitting.
Looks like I am really bad at sending pics to anyone. Never been a photogenic person. So you're not good at taking photos, and when you're in the photo, you aren't really in the photo? Is that what you're trying to say? You know what's funny is that you get to see me the whole time I'm sitting here, and I really don't like taking pictures of myself, and they look like poop. What are you playing with? What is that?
Box.
It's the wrong type of box to be playing with.
I could just start playing with some box over here.
It's like, on Rampage, of course. Yes, on Rampage, of course. Piccola. I mean, what else are they going to put on there? I mean, Dynamite, you have to have something way different. Anyway, Sean Gordon's in the chat for a minute. Says, hi. Hello, Sean. How are you doing? Sophie says, do you think that WWE did to NXT on Tuesday as testing ground to see if they could put SmackDown on a different night? No.
Yes.
Yes. No.
I think so. And it's not really the SmackDown they are probably worried about right now. Because they can do SmackDown on Tuesdays or Fridays. Because it's on USA. They do whatever they want on USA. They have free run.
That's true.
But Raw, on the other hand, is going to be the one that they're like, do we leave it on Mondays or should we switch it? Because can you imagine if Raw went to Tuesday and then SmackDown, say, went to Thursday? Or, I don't like it on Fridays, but maybe Friday is fine. I'm just thinking that their ratings would go up if it wasn't competing against Monday Night Football,
Right, yeah.
18 weeks a year.
True. Mm-hmm. And they've done it for the last however many years.
30, yeah.
Yeah, that they've gone up against it when it's there.
Yeah. Monday Night Football's been around since before they were, so however old Raw is, they've went against them.
Chris says, that's dumb. Nick Aldis should be coming after Roman at his age. Sophie says, the person that owns the WWE now says they're open to moving Raw to a different night.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'm okay with it. Move it to Tuesday.
Walter says, guys, get the special glasses for that eclipse. We did. We got him, Walter.
I did. I gave her brother a pair.
Travis was on top of it.
Hopefully your brother remembers and uses them. I'll text him.
Chris says, Zelena looks hotter tonight for sure. It's the pink hair. Luke says, we had a specialist come check them out, and I don't drink that stuff. Well, of course, if you're putting it in a pen, it's not going to be drank. Hello? I mean,
Does anybody actually like that stuff? That's a tough one to drink.
Wild turkey. I have no freaking clue.
Have you ever
because
done...
you know what? I don't hang out with people that do that kind of stuff.
Have you ever done the water, the spicy water, whatever, not water, fire water, or whatever?
Ew, yeah,
Oh,
my brother and like his friends like love that crap, and I cannot. I tried it one time and I was done. I was like, this is nasty shit. I was like, I like cinnamon, but fuck that. Oh, hell no.
I drank so much of it one time I was puking up that shit all night. It's terrible.
So he was like, I thought D had the night off. No, I was just late. So he's like, what's the difference between lunar and solar? No.
Lunar is moon, solar is sun.
Walter's like, Bailey won, boo. Brandon's like, yeah, Mary Brandon. It looks like Charlotte trying to run in those ridiculous hills is always entertaining. I just talked about this 5-10 minutes ago, but yes and no at the same time. People is like, they hating. Just jelly. I can't have Texas Roadhouse.
Jellyfish.
I don't know where it ends at. Like, there are chains that they're one thing on one side of the Mississippi and they're another on the other side. Or they could just be called something different in another state that's even close to us. Like Hardee's and Carl's Jr.
The
for
guy with
fuck's
the
sake.
flag.
Yeah.
He's at literally every one of them. Does he just travel?
Maybe he's
just
retired.
And just...
He's like, this is what I want to do for my retirement. So it says Karrion Kross said in an interview this week that he was scheduled to face Bray this past year's Mania. And Walter says, okay, Triple H next. Chris says Travis in New Japan yesterday while Ospreay and Zack Sabre Jr. had a standoff in the main event. Apparently, they're going to face each other. That should be a great New Japan match.
Yeah, in Japan.
Who are these people? I'm just kidding.
Well, you know who Saban Jr. is now.
I do?
Oh, wait, maybe you didn't watch that. Never mind. Well, no. You've never. I've seen him wrestle twice on both of the pay-per-views that they've done. I watched him at the one in January, and then I watched him at the the last one that they just did with him against Daniel Bryan on the first.
Looks like Karrion also said that Scarlett and Alexa was supposed to be involved.
You would tease the shit out of him.
Oh, God, I don't want to know anything about him then. People was like, wow, Charlotte's a huge B next to Zelena. Mm-hmm. Sophie says, you have a Texas Roadhouse in Idaho. And Luke's like, Sophie, Texas Roadhouse is a national chain. And yes, when it comes to photos, I take on Cena's lifestyle. Can't see me. Sophie says, I never heard of Texas Roadhouse. And Luke's like, Sophie, you need to get out more. Texas Roadhouse, Red Lobster, and Golden Corral, American food legends. That's funny.
Here it is. Survivor Series stuff. He's going to talk about the double ring cage.
Ravi's in the chat. Hey, Ravi says, yo, what's up?
What's up? Oh, the road to Survivor Series starts right now.
Oh, barf. I mean, yay. It's so exciting. I'm so glad he came out to announce that.
Zip it.
Do you want me to poke you?
No, I don't want you to
Exactly.
touch me. Who's in the ring with him?
Is it little Jimmy?
Little Jimmy's
Is little Jimmy in the fucking ring? Oh my God.
Oh, Postman Pierce.
Oh, Postman Pierce.
Oh, he's going to fire him. That's why Nick Aldis is going to take his job.
He's about to get fired, everybody.
No, they'll just move him to Raw.
They're like, here's your pink slip.
I think he does great.
I don't even know who this Nick Aldis is. He sounds like a dumb shit.
No, he's a bad mofo.
Who is he?
He was the champion of the NWA for the past, 4 years. I like him a lot. There he goes. I don't know how tall he is because he looks big in the NWA.
Oh. This is stupid.
There it is.
So he wasn't the general manager?
No.
What was he?
It's just an Aaron type boy.
For both of them?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Is that him?
I don't know. Oh, Dominik! Why would he say hold on? Why would it matter?
I don't care about this person.
I mean, why would he care?
I don't even care about the whole situation. So it's like, or maybe they put Raw on Wednesday to go up against Dynamite Weekly. Where do you put NXT, though, if they do move Raw to a different night? I don't know. Looks like Fireball. So disgusting.
NXT would be fantastic
So
on
disgusting.
Sunday nights. And I'm not kidding. It's a perfect night for him.
Sophie says Raw has been on the air since 93. And Piccolo says, I'll pass. Just give me Jen. Robbie's like, that stuff seems disgusting. Are you talking about Fireball, Robbie? Looks like Hardy's and Cross Jr. LOL. Yeah, like it's called stuff on other sides,
Fireball.
It's like fucking mayonnaise, Luke. Come on. Hellman's and Best Foods. Fuck off, man. You know what I'm talking about. Pickle's like we have something called Longhorn. Possibly the same maybe. It could be. I don't know. Sophie says, why make this a season premiere since WWE isn't off all year? So, Sophie, it doesn't matter. They still, even if they go a full year, they have a season premiere, and they've always done it in October.
Yeah.
Just like most of the
It's when your
world
season
does their TV stuff. Chris says, hell yeah, H is October, baby. Let's go, Stros. And Sophie's like, War Games. And Luke's like, is Pierce about to get fired? Chris is Adam Pierce official GM. Pickle's like, I believe Adam Pierce may continue the Kiss My Ass Club legacy. Sophie's like, wow. And Chris like, they need to place Sonya as GM since she's injured. She could do that. Chris is like, classic Vince firing. It's not a firing.
Yeah, he got promoted to GM.
Sophie says Adam Pierce won't be official anymore. Is that what I'm hearing? He's fucking official now.
Just Raw.
He's fucking Raw GM official. Chris says Nick Aldis is married to Mickie James. That's weird. Says,
Triple H, did you hear him? I always thought they were pumping in that noise.
oh, he's trying to be all funny. Pumping in noise. This guy. Sophie says, so they are going back to having general managers. They've always had general managers, Sophie. Like, Adam Pierce kind of was a general manager of both sides. It just wasn't official, but he was the general manager. Feels like even
Chelsea's
Oklahoma
gonna
doesn't
love
like
it.
condom.
Is that her name? Yeah.
Chelsea
Chelsea's gonna
Green?
love it, yeah.
Because she's not
She
on.
always wants to talk to the manager, and she's on Raw. Now she's actually going to get to talk to the manager.
Of SmackDown.
Here it comes. I don't know if it's going to be him, but it is.
Sophie says, wow, Dom is here. The Judgment Day are no longer tag team champions. And Sophie says it took them 3 years to go back to doing the general manager thing. And Chris says, pumping in noise confirmed. Right, Chris?
He's not as small as I thought he might be. Yeah, he's a big dude.
Oh, no, he talks funny.
You haven't even heard him yet.
He talks like Ravi.
I want to say he sounds like he's from London, but he doesn't.
Yeah. When he first talked, he did.
Right? I didn't realize he was that tall. Good for him. He'll be a champion at some point.
I'm a good fan of your dad. Yay.
He's going to come in and be a good guy for a minute.
Chris says, oh shit, Nick Aldis, they didn't even give him a theme song. Rob is like, the GM thing is so played out. Chris is like, he was an Impact earlier. People's like, is he bad or good or just British? Well, I think he talks like Robbie, so.
So he's what they got in the deal.
Oh.
Oh, it's not him. Oh, God. Nobody cares.
Harley's like, it's Mickie James. Who is it? Who's Mickie James? Who Nick Aldis is married to? Looks like Triple H is hilarious. And Chris says Cody beat Nick Aldis for NWA title. Rob is like, H, what crap is spewing? I don't know. What crap is he spewing?
I think both of these two were in Both of these GMs were champions in the NWA.
I would not be surprised because I know you've told me before about Adam Pearce that he was a huge wrestler and that he actually wrestled and was a champion. I don't care who it is. Me neither. Looks like, oh shit.
It's Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens on SmackDown. It's official.
So they moved him to SmackDown?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really sad for what's-his-face. He's going down the toilet.
Sammy.
Poor Sammy has nobody to help him out now. He's just trash.
They might have to just do a release of Sammy.
Trash.
He's about done
He's trash. So he says Nick Aldis is married to Mickie James. Oh, is that what happened? Ravi says, I have you know I speak well endowed. Whatever, Ravi, you speak like that Nick Aldis guy. Chris says KO on SmackDown. This is stupid as fuck and who cares?
Like Dom said, who cares?
He
said
think
he's
you
going to
and
smack
Dom
him in the
are
face.
people.
Let's see if he does it. He says, I don't care who it is. I'll smack him in the face. Well, here you go.
I want him to smack him in the face.
He didn't get the smack.
He didn't get a chance to smack him. Oh, man. He shouldn't be a champion. Oh,
that's a fair
sad.
trade. Kevin Owens for Jade.
Well, now that they're not friends, I mean, they're friends now. They're besties.
Jade
They're like, they split them up.
They did hug.
Is he over there to beat the bloodline up?
Oh.
Give it all to Jimmy and tell him where to stick it.
He's got a blue shirt on instead of his red KO. It's blue KO.
He's got blue shoes on.
Yeah, probably borrowed enough for the Usos. Maybe he's dating somebody on the roster. Oh wait, he's married.
Like, what the fuck? I'm like, isn't he married and have like 5 kids? Did he say fuck me? Oh
he
my
said he didn't
god.
slap me.
Oh my god.
Fuck me. What movie is that on?
Yeah. I think he might be serious. Nah, I'm not serious. Oh, God. Is he going to be found in a trunk later somewhere? In a dead body bag?
If he wasn't blood. Oh God, here comes the devil into his ear.
Whisper, 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 whisper. No.
Riyadh. Hopefully it's safe.
What is it? What's safe?
Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Oh, why wouldn't it be?
All the stuff that's happening.
Yeah, but it's not happening in Saudi Arabia. Could you imagine if they did?
I wouldn't.
Those poor people would be annihilated in a heartbeat. Saudi Arabia's like, yeah, fuck off. You mess with our wrestling. I don't think that they would play games. I think they'd be like...
The Crown Prince is like... We kill journalists. You know what we do to terrorists?
As Chris says, KO on SmackDown. This is stupid. It's fucking who cares? Some people is like, Canadian swap meet. Becca's like, has Triple H come out? Yeah, he just came out. He made all of his announcements.
Nick Aldis is your SmackDown GM.
Adam Pearce is officially the Raw GM. And they finally swapped one of their people from Raw to SmackDown, and it was Kevin Owens. He was the swap for Jay. I wonder how he felt about that.
If I was Nick Aldis, I would immediately trade back so I could get the Usos back together.
That's funny. It looks like a lot of people care, Chris. Sophie says, wow, Kevin Owens separated from Sammy. That's a shock. Rob is like a champion idiot, although more like. And Chris says, yes, Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis, longest reigning NWA champs. Piccolo says, time to make a sandwich. Yeah, sandwich. Oh, God. That was a terrible way to do that. You probably shouldn't belly flop into it.
I would have wanted to run on one of the ice cubes. See how long I could stay balanced on it.
Sophie says people thought Cody would be the superstar they got traded for Jade to SmackDown. No, because Cody was the one who set up the trade to get Jade to Raw. So no. Chris says, what's the point of KO on SmackDown? To make you question everything in life.
They need some stars on SmackDown. All they got is Roman.
Robbie says, who the ras is this Nick guy, man?
He is the NWA World Champion. We grab that.
I don't know who he is.
Hello.
Sophie says, wonder how Sammy is going to react to Kevin Owens leaving him to go back to
Okay.
SmackDown.
How long are you going to be?
Sophie says Kevin Owens versus Roman round 9 at this
Okay.
point. Because like a little Jimmy is like, F you,
Yeah.
coach, or couch.
Right.
Yeah, couch. Sophie says, did you hear Logan Paul won't be competing at that pay-per-vieiew?
Because of the split, he got hit in the head with the microphone.
You told me about that.
He
And
said
I
it
said,
was 100% on.
and what was our conversation this morning when you told me about what happened with that face-to-face? And I said, that's really strange because if it was an actual sanctioned boxing match, they wouldn't be able to fight because of his injury.
My mom's coming to get a pair of glasses for tomorrow's thing.
Right now? Mm-hmm. In the dark?
It's not dark, but yeah.
It's dark. Look, it's dark outside.
Hon, I know.
It's dark outside! Tell her she can't wear those going home.
She'd learn quick.
Harley says, good night, everyone. Going to bed. Oh, okay. Bye, Harley. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you on Monday. Chris says, I don't think WWE should go to Saudi Arabia this year because of the current events happening right now, even though it has nothing to do with that particular part of the Middle East. I think they should still go and show that that doesn't bother them.
Why is Cardi B showing her boobs on the internet?
Ew, disgusting. Oh, look at Chelsea Green.
Oh.
Yeah, Nick Aldis, what you gonna do about it?
You can see some of her areola on this right,
Oh.
too. Yeah, no, she's not attractive.
Ah! My poor eyes! Why would you do that to me? Ew! What? Ew, David! Ew!
There's no way that's right.
Ew, David! Ew!
So, yeah, Logan can't fight. Guess who's stepping in? Jake.
Oh, fuck off.
That dude's fucked. Dylan?
Oh, Jesus.
Jake's way better than Logan. Uh-oh.
Yay, changes.
Nice. Oh!
Yes! Oh, it's Jade! Oh. Yes! Yes! Yes!
That's it. That's what you want to see.
Woo! Okay, I'm done. I can leave.
Right?
Bye, everybody.
I can die happy. Charlotte, Jade Cargill for the women's championship after Charlotte beats Io half a riffraff.
Fuck off, man. Oh, my goodness. Jeez,
Dude, that's kind of a
Louise.
shitty thing. Like, he split Logan open. Logan would have been an easier fight for him.
Oh, definitely.
Now he's got to fight Jake. Logan has to give him $100,000 too, because that was in the freaking clause, and it was Logan's thing because Dylan has backed out a couple times of fighting Jake, and so Jake had to find replacements. And so Logan's like, he's going to try to back out. He's like, I want to put $100,000 if one of us backs out, has to pay $100,000 to the other guy.
Oh, jeez.
So Dylan better get $100,000 out of it.
Wow.
Because it was his claws.
Right.
Although he did get hit in the head with a microphone.
Yeah. Walter says, okay, bye guys. See you Monday for Raw. Nick Aldis on Blue Brand. Yeah, he is, Walter. Have a fantastic weekend, Walter. I'm glad you finally broke your losing streak on bingo and you won this week. Congratulations. Have a wonderful, delicious treat from Starbucks.
Yeah, you could probably get a cookie for that.
Sophie says, but now with Kevin Owens on SmackDown, it'll be interesting to see how it impacts the plans for Raw. And Chris says, between North Korea and Saudi Arabia, I don't know which I would wrestle at if I had to. Sophie says, AEW had...
The fuck you going to North Korea for? Nobody going to North Korea?
Okay, so I'm going to say I would rather go to Saudi Arabia than North Korea. Just saying. Any day of the week.
North Korea.
Even if I had to cover myself up completely going to Saudi Arabia as a woman, I would rather go to Saudi Arabia because I know I'd feel safer there than ever in North Korea. Ever.
You're safer in Saudi Arabia than you are in Chicago.
So there you go. And if I just followed all their rules in Saudi Arabia, I would feel safer there than anywhere near North Korea. Sorry, Chris, but yeah.
First of all, you can't even get into North Korea.
And if you do, can you get out? And will they let you?
Yeah, they let you.
What happened to that guy that defected from the military or whatever that was like at the border and he's like, I'm going to North Korea! He defected and went there and it's like...
All our blinds are off.
I know, it's because you're a stupid cat. Stupid cat. Stupid cat. Not the cat. Luke, where'd you go? God damn it. You were here and then you disappeared. You better not be fucking sleeping. Just kidding. Sophie says AEW had interest in Nick Aldis at one point. Jake Paul is taking his brother's place on that boxing pay-per-view. Yeah, Travis just found that out. Logan Paul is scheduled for Crown Jewel. Ravi's message retracted. And Sophie says now with him bringing back general managers, they could actually treat the brand split like a brand split again. Chris says, Lelo, Nick Aldis, but Charlotte looks like Camille Burkhouse from NWA. And Ravi says, oh shit, it really is dark outside. Yeah, Ravi, it's fucking dark outside. Wait a minute. It's goddamn fucking 3 o'clock in the morning for you, man. Fuck, man. Chris is like, Jade. And Sophie's like, Chelsea Green and Nick Aldis did work together before. Ravi's like, DLL scared looking at that. Oh my god, I almost have to burn my eyes out. I was like, Jade gonna kick some ass. Chris is like, Jade versus Char. Sophie says, I don't see them having Jade in the main event of the women's division right away. Chris is like, LLD reactions. People says, oop, so smarten me up. Can anyone get fined because of the Logan Paul altercation? You know, I don't know. He's still technically contracted, not Logan, because he has to find a replacement. If he couldn't find a replacement, then that would be a possibility because then he'd be backing out of the fight, right? But because he's been injured because of the guy he was going to fight, in all reality, he could go after him legally for assault and battery. I mean, if he really wanted to get the guy. But maybe Jake will just kick his ass and it'll just be hilarious. Maybe he'll break his face. We don't know. Anyways, Travis just said what their fine would have been for backing out of the fight. Because I guess the guy that he was fighting has backed out multiple times against Jake. And so he was like, fine, I'll fight you. And he's like, okay. So they were going to do it. And then during their face-to-face, they got into a real fight. And the guy that Logan was fighting literally like flung a microphone and whacked Logan in the face with it by his eye and cut him pretty bad. And Travis was telling me about it earlier today. And I was like, if this was a goddamn sanctioned fucking boxing thing, that shit wouldn't have, Like, he would have been completely fine. Like, the fight would be completely off and everything because Logan was saying it was still on and now he can't fight because if a doctor looked at it and said, yeah, dude, you can't fucking fight. There's no way. I don't know how bad it is. I have absolutely no idea. But, yeah. So if it says if you had to choose between Saudi Arabia or Iran to wrestle, which would you choose? Saudi Arabia. Ravi says Starbucks, not good coffee. Man, you know what, Ravi? I say that too because I've had Starbucks before and I don't like their coffee. But according to a lot of people, their shit changed like over the last 5 years or something. But I'm still not a very big fan. Looks like I'm here. Are you? Robbie's like, D, you wouldn't be able to stick to the rules. There's rules. Looks like was putting babies to bed and grabbing Jade some food. Babies should have been bed hours ago. Luke, what the fuck are you doing to those kids? You're getting them on your guys' weird ass schedule. You guys up until 4 a.m. That's fine. That's fine. Sleep until 1 o'clock. It's fine. Just kidding. So he's like, they planted the seed for Roman versus Cody too in that backstage segment with Roman. Oh yeah, they did. They so did. And so he's like, Ronda's finally retired from both WWE and MMA. Oh yeah? She finally quit both, huh? Got the quitting on. Rise like a D. Fuck, man. Who would have knew that this would have turned out like this for Logan? Considering the fact that he got beamed in the face with a fucking microphone, I don't think they saw that part coming. So he's like, how could Logan still could do fighting while under WWE contract, though? He can do whatever he wants. It's his own shit. Looks like because he probably had it put in his contract. Exactly. The fact that Logan is a businessman, you guys forget. Jake is like the fucking weirdo of the group, by the way. Logan actually is a businessman. And he knows his shit. And there's no way that he's going to sign a contract that he's doing temporary shit for WWE, saying that he can't have other fights be in movies or anything of that nature, let's just say, without the WWE being like, okay, I think it's okay that you do it. Yeah, yeah, no. He would tell him to go fuck off. Like, yeah. Okay, try to tell me what to do. No, thank you. I don't need you. I just want to have fun here. Looks like they were hungry, so Jade fed them. Now they are asleep, so Jade needs to be fed. Robbie says, but you still went back to Starbucks. Shame on you. You know, I haven't been to Starbucks in like probably 8 years. Just so you know, Robbie. I haven't been back to Starbucks in 8 years because I said their coffee was disgusting. People have told me that their coffee has changed within the last 5 years. Do I go there? No, I do not. You want to know why I do not go to Starbucks? I don't go to Starbucks because I still think that their coffee probably sucks ass.
Oh my God, why are you not talking about wrestling?
Because they were at commercial the whole fucking time you got up and left. They just barely came back with this weirdo guy.
And you're talking about
Grayson Waller.
I like Grayson.
And Austin Theory. Anyways, I go to a local coffee place in my town because it's locally owned by local people. So I would rather give my money to them if I'm going to treat myself to get a fucking coffee that costs $7 to $10. Otherwise, I just drink the coffee I make at home, which isn't very often anyways. Sophie says, now it seems like the actor's strike isn't over after all. You know what, Sophie? I just don't care what those dweebs do. It's a cat. He finds a kitten in the garbage.
Mm-hmm. That's a shredding machine.
Yeah, for garbage. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He saved it out of the thing. That happens a lot. It's ridiculous. Sophie is like, now it seems like, oh, I read that. The meeting between the actors and the people that they were meeting didn't go that well. Irene is in the chat. Hey, Irene, how you doing? Says, out of the bloodline, who is the best?
Roman.
Well, I'm pretty sure Roman is. Sophie says, my mom loves Starbucks. You know, a lot of people do, and I do not. I think they're gross. Piccola says, you don't realize Logan Paul is separated just like Pat McAfee. He can still pop in on WWE TV on occasion. Exactly. Piccola is correct. That is the joy of being your own person. Like, those are the people that made who they are on something else. They're like, you know what? I want to dabble in this. It's just like fucking Bad Bunny. I don't tell you my life. Let me tell you something. He's doing the charity. Who is that?
John Fury wants to fight Mike Tyson.
That's just dumb. That's just silliness. Hey, this match started. This is a match. I'm not sure if it's for the undisputed tag team titles.
Hopefully it is.
But Cody and Jay are out there with Austin Theory and what's that other dumbass? Oh, yeah, got Grayson Waller, retard. That guy. What?
Just stop being weird.
No. I will always be weird. And if you don't like it, you can go right back out the door where you came in at. And if you really have a problem with it, there's your microphone. Turn your fucking phone off and speak. Exactly. That's what I thought. I only have like 30 minutes left anyways.
I'm trying to find where he gets busted open.
I'm trying to find where he gets busted up. Oh, it looks like I'm glad the strike is over. Now they can finish filming the rest of Chucky Season 3 and air them regularly. According to Sophie, it's not over. I mean, the actor strike is still on. Rob is like, they're both dimwits. Oh, really, D? It looks like, Sophie, the strike is separated between different groups. The main group is back to work. Robbie says, D, you still drinking coffee from a filter? No, Robbie.
They do it?
You know what I do? I just put the grounds in my mouth and drink water with it. The fuck, dude? Is that how you drink your tea? Sophie's like, with this being the final year on Fox for SmackDown, it'll be interesting how they are going to treat the last year of it. Sophie's like, my aunt loves Dunkin' Donuts. My sister loves both Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah. Well, we don't have a Dunkin' Donuts around here, but I'm sure their coffee's gross too. I do know that I don't like Dutch Bros coffee. I've had that a couple times, and it's disgusting. Looks like she grinds the grounds with her teeth. Luke fucking knows. Like, Robbie's like, D, don't be mean. To you? I will always be mean to you.
Who being mean?
Make me. No. Oh, yeah? You think that's going to save you? Yeah.
You can probably touch right there. Don't touch the bicycle. Don't make me fast twitch. I don't know how I'm... My muscles are pushing those last few sheets of plywood.
Those little ones?
No, the big ones before that.
I would have helped you more, but I was taking nails out of pieces of wood and finding nails and screws. I didn't do much of that, though. I only did it like a couple passes. At the wrong time. That'd be hilarious. So it was like, Roman's reaction to whatever is going on with Jimmy was interesting.
Who is she? I like her. Amber Nova.
I'm not sure.
Like a porno.
I'm not sure if I would really consider that a good thing about wrestling in multiple different countries. Like, what promotion are you wrestling for? I don't know. I just do it for multiple ones. So you're a porn star of wrestling. Congratulations. With a name like Amber Nova, how many poles have you danced on? Congratulations. Gross. Robbie says, D, sounds like you have a great way to have coffee. I'm sure, Robbie. That's how you drink your tea. Luke says, okay, I'm off. It was good to be back. Love you all. Be safe. You too, Luke. Have a good one.
The thing tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Whatever the thing is.
You guys won't see it because it'll be dark, but I'm sure it goes around the world. I don't know how this shit works.
I don't know how solar eclipse works in Ireland. I don't think you guys will have it. Anyways, have fun. Take care of your animals. Take care of Jade, babies, all that good stuff. And don't forget me in your picture taking days. You know, send me one so I can look at it for 2.5 seconds.
She's kind of cute. She needs to sign with WWE.
That Amber Nova? Mm-hmm. I feel like she did a stupid stint in AEW for like a split second as a throwaway. Or maybe it was WWE. I don't know.
Yeah, I think she might have been in WWE for, or not WWE, but NXT for a minute, or nope, keep going. AEW for a minute.
Yeah, nobody can hear you because you don't have your mic on your person.
I'm not saying anything of worth.
I think you're saying lots of things of worth.
Amber Nova, she's pretty.
But is she? Pico's like spoonful of coffee, then a shot of water bottle like it's a cake tap.
She was in NXT. There's NXT behind her.
Yeah. That's what somebody just said, too. I was trying to get to it, but you interrupted me in my talking. Chris says, you should have seen the celebration after the game in Alds. In locker room, Verlander said like 6 F-bombs in his victory speech. Robbie says, oh, D, you're always mean to me. That's your way of being nice to me. I get it. Sophie says there are some wrestlers that are free agents that wrestle on every promotion out there, except WWE. Looks like it won't be visible here this time. Yeah, I figured as much, but Travis is like, no, the sun goes around the world and it's everywhere, so you have to have a solar. You have to have a solar eclipse there too.
Everywhere.
Just kidding.
Well, the Earth is flat.
It is flat. Chris says, yeah, Amber Nova was also in NXT Black and Gold. So he's like, how's football season going? I don't know. Pico says she is an avid muscle car enthusiast. She works on cars in real life. That's pretty cool.
That's kind of cool.
Robbie says, I drink the best tea, vanilla tea. Yeah? Do you just put the grounds in your mouth and just drink it? Sounds like a fascinating way to do it. Chris says, Amber Nova does have nice abs. And Sophie says, sometimes free agents find a way to the WWE.
They sure do. Like Nick Aldis.
They have to be glorious in their whole career, though. I feel like she's not glorious in her career.
She's so glorious, though.
I feel like there's lies all up in there.
Not everybody can look and be Jade Cargill.
Well, maybe they should try harder.
You know how hard you have to try to look like Jade Cargill?
She doesn't seem to put much effort into it.
No.
She's quite amazing in just being Jade Cargill.
That bitch works out all the time.
Chris says, wonder if Jordan Blue will find her way to WWE or AEW and team with Sky Blue.
No.
No, nobody wants her. I forgot to take my chips away from in here. They probably have bugs on them. They probably got the stale.
What is it?
My chips I forgot in here the other day. I left them open over here.
Ew.
I know, I didn't mean to.
Did they get a bug or anything?
I don't know, but they're probably stale socks, so they went in the garbage.
Oh, Cody with the slam, the nightmare slam.
The people are happy!
Yeah, well, it's Cody. They should be.
Robbie's saying that I have a flat ass. That's not very nice, Robbie. I would say that about your face, but you know. Sophie says it must be easier to be a free agent. You get to wrestle anywhere they want. Yeah, I'm sure that's how it works out. Sure, Sophie, anywhere they want. That's how it does. I was like, you showed me how to do it. No, I didn't. Your first girlfriend showed you how to do it. And I'm not that. Ever.
You're not
Whatever is exhausting.
You're not that bitch.
No. Not that bitch. Maybe that bitch, but not that bitch. Oh, no, he got the super kick. Oh, Austin Theories.
Where's Jimmy?
He's
Jimmy
going to something not good. Oh, look, here we go.
Jimmy and Solo's coming down. I guarantee they're going to show up at some point.
Get the show up time. Oh, poor Grayson Waller thought he was going to come back in there and, sadness.
With so much... Oh, look at it. It's Crossroads. Uncle Charles, y'all. He's singing Bone Thugs in Harmony. That's it. It's over.
So this is Cody and Jay. I could see have a short reign. But good. It was like the neighbor invited me to a haunted house tonight. Why aren't you at that?
Is it their house? Is their house haunted?
Do you know these neighbors? Because if they just randomly invited you to a haunted house and it's
Don't
theirs,
run if there's somebody chasing you with a chainsaw.
Don't go.
It's part of the show.
Do not go to that house because it's probably not really a haunted house. Yeah, it's scary. What was that? What'd you throw away? What'd you break? Chris says, I feel like Willow Nightingale could come to WWE like NXT. She would fit great there and face other big girls like Lyons and Nia Jax.
I don't see it. Not a fan.
I'm going to say no.
I'm not a fan of her, but that doesn't mean that she couldn't, but I don't see it personally.
Face them so they could each hurt themselves? Or so it says, I'm not that great with online stuff, so is this the main event? No, it's over. Chris
Well, the
says,
main
I could see
event
Theory
is
and
gonna
Waller
be
as
something to do with-
champs. Well,
it's
not anymore.
Roman versus not Roman. Sorry, it's Solo versus
LA Knight.
LA Knight is
Yeah.
gonna be the main event.
Oh no, they're not the head of the table. Those guys. That's terrifying.
They're coming out first. Look at this, brotherly love.
Oh, sweet.
'Cause I love you. That's brother love.
Dun-dun. Sophie says, if this is the main event, we only got 25 minutes left. Well, it's not, and now we're at the main event. Robbie says, no crunch with them crisps. No, they probably will be extra crunchy with the ickness.
Oh, Lord.
Big Ol says, no, we're cordial.
Look at that.
It's the annual spot. That's a popular place to visit. Oh,
Cody,
okay.
Roman,
Okay.
nose to
Sophie
nose.
says, Charlotte versus Jade, you think could be the WrestleMania match?
Yes, and it needs to be. Not only should it be, it needs to be. And Charlotte needs to win the title next week so she has a solid run to get to that moment.
Yeah, solid. So it's like Roman and Cody interaction as well as Jimmy and Jay. Yeah, it's so interacting. The GM's out there telling
What's
Cody.
This guy looks like a basketball player. And who's that dude? The bald guy?
Who's the bald guy?
don't
There
know.
was a bald guy?
Well,
I
he
didn't
had
see the
short
bald
hair
guy.
on top. But
Who was it? I didn't see him.
it's the guy next to
I
Cody.
did not see him at all. Like, I looked up and I was like, oh, hey, there's that GM guy. That was it. Then you're like, there's a bald guy. I was like, where? And then they went to commercial. You're like, he was over there. Chris says, hello, brother love would be like, welcome, brother, the Undertaker. I was laughing so hard. Or when he would say, welcome, brother, honky tonk man. That's pretty funny.
It was good days to be alive back in the brother love days. That dude still works for WWE, I think.
Who?
Brian, or what? Something Pritchard. Brian Pritchard. Something.
The brother guy?
Yeah, brother love.
Is he the one that does the one with the hat and the sunglasses and he's kind of short?
I don't think so.
Okay. Who's that guy?
I don't know. Who has sunglasses?
He has a hat and sunglasses. He's kind of shorter. You usually see him when they do like all the like old people come back kind of stuff.
Huh.
Sophie says, with Jade at Mania, it would be interesting where Bianca will fit on the card.
Because you can't have two black women?
Yeah, Sophie. Is that why?
Is that what we're saying?
Is that,
I want
is that where you're pointing?
Like, just say it instead of, like, hint around it.
I want to see a Jade and Bianca interaction.
I don't.
Why? Why do we have to see that? Why do they need to? Why do they need to even be in the same ring? Why do they have to look at each other?
I'm not even interested in that. Like, to me, it's silly. I mean, at some point, yes, I want to see that, but not now. I don't want to see him bring Jade in just to fight Bianca. Or any one person at all.
Right. Chris says, I think Dee is talking about Michael P.S. Hayes.
Yeah, but he's not short.
Yeah, he's like a smaller guy. And he wears like a jacket, like a dinner-like jacket, like a blazer jacket. And he has like a cowboy hat.
Shawn Michaels?
That's curled up. He has normal eyes, but he wears sunglasses all the time. And his clothes are like really sparkly, like and bright.
Randy Savage?
That guy's dead.
Well, I get
This
him.
is short guy. I don't know who he is. You're supposed to know all these people.
I know all these people. That's why it doesn't make any sense. A short guy, which means could be, what, under 6 feet?
Yeah.
And then...
Considering what he looks like with the other people that he's been with.
Is it X-Pac?
Oh, God, no. He's an older guy.
Xbox is super old.
Yeah, it's not Michael Hayes.
Oh, I know it's not Michael Hayes. Look up X-Pac.
It's not Brother Love.
I know it's not Brother Love.
No, it's not him.
Look up Randy Savage, because that's what
It's
he
not
just
him.
described.
He's alive, and he's been on the shows recently.
Drake Maverick. No, I don't know. recently too, and he's old.
Yeah, he's an older wrestler. He comes out with like the guys that you watched like in the 80s and stuff.
Is he like goofy? Is it the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart?
Yeah, I think that's him. I think maybe Jimmy Hart.
Yeah, the Mouth of the South. Yeah, Jimmy Hart.
Yeah, that guy. He doesn't always wear a hat, but sometimes he does. These pictures don't show him, but he sometimes has a hat.
Yeah, and he never says a word. And I'm like, does he not get paid to talk? Like, because Hogan always talks. He comes out with Hogan.
Sometimes, but he hasn't recently because Hogan's been sick and hasn't been doing well, and so he comes out with some other guy, or when during like all the Hall of Fame stuff.
Yeah, that's Jimmy Hart.
And I'm pretty sure the last times we've seen him, he has a cowboy hat on.
He has a like a megaphone.
Yeah, but he also has like a cowboy hat and wears. I mean, I know a lot of them did that stuff. Like I've just watched, every picture, of these guys. When I put, where's the sunglasses and a cowboy hat, a wrestler, and like every guy you get, that guy.
Brock even.
But I mean, I was like, I don't know. But the last times he's come out with a cowboy hat and a blazer, not always his hair, but sometimes with his hair done like in the pictures and stuff. But I couldn't remember the megaphone. Sorry. That part.
He probably doesn't bring it out anymore.
It wasn't in the interactions I've seen him, so I'm like, what?
Yeah. And he didn't wrestle. He was just the manager.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know. I just knew he was part of the wrestling.
I mean, he might have wrestled in the old days, but.
Well, I didn't know,
like
and so.
70s.
But I was like, he comes out with wrestlers.
Yeah.
I don't know who he is. I don't fucking know these people. I'm like, that guy.
Yeah, and anybody looks short next to Hulk Hogan anymore, or back in the day, at least. Him and Triple H, I noticed, are a lot shorter now. Triple H looks short tonight. And that dude's a big dude.
Yeah.
I'm
People's like, holy crap, he sounds like a pimp. No clue. Rob's like, there, I said it. Two black gals going ham at each other like it's a Jerry Springer segment.
I guess.
Fuck off, man. This is weird. Chris says, oh yeah, Jimmy Hart. Yeah. So he says they could also do Jade versus Rhea at Mania. Why? But why?
That's a weird one, too. Charlotte is the face of WWE for women. Jade was the Britt Baker. They were the face of AEW. It just makes a lot of sense to go that route. And she was underappreciated, so she can win, and it still looks good for WWE. Because it says, hey, AEW, if you guys are good, you can come over here and succeed. Cody's going to be champion, and if they put it on Jade, that's two of their top people came to WWE and are now champions, and Tony let them walk.
Yep.
Trust me, it's business sense.
Quentin is in the chat. Hey, Quentin, good to see you tonight. Says, what did y'all think of the new GMs for both Raw and SmackDown?
Love it.
Well, I mean, Adam's been doing it for a while, just not in an official capacity. So it's cool that he finally got made official for sure. And I don't know Nick Aldis, so I have no idea. I have no thoughts.
I mean, obviously, I want Nick Aldis to wrestle, but they did it with Sonya, and she came back and wrestled, so.
He also says, what are your thoughts on the Nasty Boys, Travis?
I'm glad that they wrestled in history. Like, I'm glad that they were a part of wrestling. They were a part of my childhood, all that stuff. But I'm not a fan. Like, I don't hate them. What is it? Knobs and I can't remember the other guy's name. But I don't love them.
Right. Just,
but,
pretty much, how would you say this?
Yeah, they're just good.
About them. They're just what they are.
They were there. Yeah. It was like the Viking Raiders nowadays. Like they were there. I'm glad they were there. I'm glad the Viking Raiders are here. But I don't have an opinion about them enough to care enough to any more than that. Hall of Famers for wrestling.
So he says, Nick Aldis mentioned little competition between Raw and SmackDown. It is like the good old days. Chris says, what the fuck announces just said LA Knight if from LA? Fuck off in the WWE 2K23 and NXT. He is from Hagerstown, Maryland.
Wrong coast, guys.
Robbie's like, what a main event, yo. I'm confused because Travis also has a hat. And I'm totally confused. Go on, D. Googling old wrestler stereotypes. Chris says, thoughts on the Public Enemy tag team, Travis?
Oh, Public Enemy. There again, that one I know less about. That one I remember less about. So, nothing. No real thoughts. Actually running a blank on that one. I mean, I know who they are.
Sophie says, I always thought Adam Pearce was the general manager of both shows these past 3 years.
Yeah, me too.
Piccolo says they were mediocre, some good hands, I guess.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, and you need those guys. And that's what Triple H brought back that Vince was getting rid of. Is you need that mid-card group. You need the Bronson Reeds. I don't like him.
You need the carbs of your meal.
I don't like him, but you have to have guys that the
Filler.
good people can beat.
Filler.
But are still good.
Yeah, you have to have filler. I understand you have to have filler. You can't have the stars always doing everything.
Well, right, and you can't have just stars and then Tozawa.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't work because it's either a smash match or squash match, sorry, or it's a main event.
Mm-hmm.
And it's you got to have that. You got to have a competitive 7-minute matches.
Yes. That makes some sense a little bit. Like, why are we doing this? Well, he's got to work his way up the ranks, or he's going through everybody to murder them.
Right. That's what I do like.
Pretty soon he's going to find that person he can't.
By the way, something else that you can think about at home is when AEW went away from their ranking system that they used to like push.
Yep.
They went downhill.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, that ranking system kind of set them apart from stuff.
I liked the ranking system. I kind of wish that WWE would do it, but I don't want them to do it now because it would look like they copied. But I love it because then you can have matches that make no sense and make them make 100% sense. Like, it's the only thing that makes sense because you're wrestling who's ranked 6th and who's ranked 5th. Okay, now the winner of that's going to move up to 4th. And then now who was 4th is now 5th. Now they have to wrestle 3rd, and then they can move into the top 3 or 2, you know? And it's like, you can make matches that don't make any sense. You can't say, why are these guys feuding? You can take that and say, oh my God, I can't wait till 7 wrestles 4.
Right.
Or what, you know, but with names in those spots instead.
Right. No, that makes sense.
So I like that because it makes storytelling a little bit easier. But they went away from it. They still say their record and stuff on there. They still try to do it, but it doesn't. It's gone. It doesn't work. And then all of a sudden you got 7 wrestling for the world title for no reason, and then they win. Or not world title, but one of those 14 titles they have.
14 titles.
LA Knight working his way back up to his feet.
Get him. Kill him. Robbie says, I really hope Jade doesn't become annoying like EST. I don't think she will. It's a different type of character.
She's a bitch, yeah.
Sophie says, I thought Triple H announcement would involve something about the tag team championship. No.
Maybe. Maybe that's coming in the future.
Chris says, Travis, remember the one-man gang and Bam Bam Bigelow? Yeah, those are the big guys.
Yes, and that's the thing. Like, Bam Bam Bigelow, he's such a big man, and he could move so well. But, like, the one-man gang, Bronson Reed, it's the same dude. Like, that's beautiful. That's actually a great thing. And one-man gang, never world champion. Bronson Reed, not going to be a world champion. But you need that character.
Sophie says, I have seen little bits of the Nasty Boys wrestling. Still don't get why they are a big deal.
They're not. They never really were. Hulk Hogan was really good friends, and I mean really good friends with the blonde one. And he was also friends with Brutus Beefcake. So Brutus Beefcake was good because Hogan, and then the Nasty Boys, same thing. So you know.
Right?
You're not getting fired if Hulk Hogan's your best friend.
Quinn says Jade should join Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. I think Jade should stay on her own and never join a faction ever.
I don't mind if she got a manager, but they don't have one there for her. But if Homeboy from AEW ever left, I would definitely like to see that.
Ravi says, do you ever made cheese steak sandwiches? No. I've never made cheese steak sandwiches. They're a Philadelphia type staple, and I've never made them. I made like French dip sandwiches and stuff like that, but I've never made actual cheese steak ones. Chris says, like Wardlow, he's coming back and taking out everyone. So, yeah, but the everyone he's taking out are nobody everyone's.
Yet.
And he's done it before.
They already did this, and they're doing it. They're building them back up again. And hopefully this time they go ahead and take him
all
the
the way.
rest of the way.
So this is AEW rankings. That didn't last long. Imagine if the WWE did a ranking system, I could see it actually being successful.
It would be, because
AEW's was actually successful. They just stopped doing it. Once they added more shows, they just quit.
Yeah, they need to go back to it, and it needs to be one of their main staples.
JD King in the chat. Hey, JD says, can Tony Twitter account blows up?
Yeah. Poor dude.
Sophie says, why was Dom on SmackDown? We fully didn't get an explanation of that.
The booze.
It was just to get people to boo stuff.
It
That's
was a
it.
pop, and it was because of Kevin Owens, and he said, whoever comes, I'm going to smack him in the face. Nobody cares. Whoever it is, I'll smack him in the face. And they're like, Kevin Owens, and then Kevin attacked him, and he's like,
oh, I can't smack him in the face.
You didn't smack me in the face.
Pico says, so during the gimmicky 80s and 90s, guys like Tatanka or like X-Pac or like Raven were never meant to be a main eventer, but I guess I enjoy the European title because it gave those guys their time and their division.
Right. And Raven, I'm sorry, but that dude was legit. Like, he was so good at what he did that's why he was a top guy. And not like a top guy, but he was close enough.
To be a mediocre
top
title winner kind of thing.
Yeah, he was not like Tatanka. That's funny. I forgot that dude exists. I actually liked Tatanka, but yeah, he was never destined for anything. But Raven could talk. Raven was really good. He reminds me of like Perry Saturn. There was a few guys like that. Who was the one big guy that Goldberg wrestled first? He had the big question mark on him.
Riddle me this. Oh, wait.
Yeah,
not that guy.
And he always laughed.
Creepy.
Humorous Hugh Morris.
That's
Humorous
silly.
Hugh Morris. That's who Goldberg, that was his first victory.
That's seriously silly.
Humorous Hugh Morris.
So it says, we don't know if Jade is going to be a heel or a face when she eventually have an in-ring match. She's probably going to be a mediocre. Kind of like Char is right now. Like, she kind of can play both sides. I don't think she's going to be a heel or a face.
I mean, of course, she looks set back by Charlotte's egregious actions. Because she just wanted to meet Charlotte. And Charlotte's like, and she's like,
whatever.
She was.
Did you hear what she said to her? See, so Charlotte said, it's nice to meet you. And she said, it's my pleasure.
Right.
And then Char's like, it will be. That's not being abacked. That's not like, oh. That's like, yeah, it's my pleasure that you're meeting me. You should feel pleasure.
I'm just saying.
Because I'm me.
I'm excited for those two. Because that will be good. Now, Charlotte is going to have to back off of her a little bit at first. Because they're like, hey, here's your money. And they're throwing her ass in the deep end. So hopefully, because I mean, they've already put her on there with Charlotte. And they've had her on a major pay-per-view. And then they had her on an NXT pay-per-view.
Yep.
And you can't get deeper than Charlotte.
Well, an NXT show with a lot of major wrestlers on it.
Right.
It wasn't their pay-per-view. It was Tuesday.
That's right. It was. Anyways, but it was a big show with the Undertaker, for fuck's sakes. Like,
yeah.
She probably.
That's what I meant. A big show.
She probably seen the Undertaker backstage and talked to him.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's nuts for her. I bet she's just loving life.
Oh my god, yeah. She's
like,
all
I
giddy
am
little
in
kid.
The absolute big leagues. Like, this is. AEW would have been nothing like that because they don't have anybody.
Never.
Like
and
Jericho,
no matter
maybe?
if they brought somebody over, it would have never been like that. You wouldn't
Taker.
have that feeling.
Unless Hulk Hogan came up or something. Anyways.
Why is he back?
Why is there so much crowd noise? Oh! John Cena snatched him out the air. Oh, God. He got hit with a smoking spike. Why did the referee just let it go?
Because it's that one guy.
That's it. It's over. 1,
Better be.
2, and 3. LA Knight with the dub.
Congratulations, LA.
Wow, it's over, too. I mean, he did it
beating Solo Sequoia.
right at the buzzer.
Congratulations, my friend. For you. Let's see. Chris says, my boy Prince Nana to WWE. Sophie says, wonder how long Jade will show up on WWE TV until she picks a brand to wrestle for. Robbie says, one-man gang, how does that work then? Sophie says, do you think WWE would book Wardlow successfully when he does decide to come to the WWE?
Yeah, they can handle him, I think. The problem with Wardlow, and I've seen it the whole time, is that there's nothing special.
He's the same as all the other ones.
Yeah.
Braun Breaker, same as him.
Yeah.
What's another one he's the same as? I would categorize him the same as like Chad Gable and like all those guys. Like he's just this guy.
Oh!
Mr. Roman. Roman gave him the spear. Poor LA.
Roman's like, everybody forgot this in my house.
Poor LA. He got the spear of doom. Poor guy. Pico's like Hugh Morris. JD says Tatanka every time I've seen him wrestle, he always wrestle in a count out draw.
Yeah.
Sophie says
that's funny shit. I don't remember that, but that's funny.
Bo Dallas is a great uncle. He spent time with his brother's kids this past week. Chris says, damn, imagine 2017 Bliss versus Jade promo battle. That would have been money. Pico says he's I don't know his real name, but during the 2010s, NXT wrestlers had some issues about his old school training and discipline.
Tatanka? Or who are we talking about?
He's I don't know his real name.
Oh.
But Hugh Morris. He's I don't know his real name, but during the 2010s NXT.
Yeah. He's an
Sophie
asshole.
says Jade hasn't appeared on Raw yet. Chris says LA beats Solo. Sophie says these two hours fly by fast every week. Yeah. Chris says Roman Spear. Sophie says LA Knight versus Roman. That is an interesting match. And people's like Karrion Kross, EC3 can name a dozen more. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the same guy. Wardlow's. He's kind of in that category of those people, like those kind of wrestlers.
He has nothing special. He doesn't have the catchphrase. He doesn't have anything else yet.
Yeah.
And so hopefully he just goes ahead and develops something. And then he'll be fine. If not, then he's just...
Yeah, he's just a guy.
Karrion Kross. The problem with Karrion Kross, or the good thing about Karrion Kross is Scarlet.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing that kind of sets him apart. And what really sucks about him is that it set him apart, but now it doesn't really do anything for him. Like, he's boring, and nobody wants to see him, and it's like, this is, I
mean, obviously, she's a smoke show. Maybe they should do something with her.
I don't know.
For a minute. So she becomes more popular, and then back with him, and then all of a sudden...
Maybe it might be a better thing. Yeah, I don't know. Pico's like Bill Demot? I don't know. Bill, somebody Bill. Sophie says they are setting up Cena versus Solo. Pico says they call them default CAWs in 2K. Okay. I don't know what that means. Anyways, guys, that's the end of SmackDown tonight. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. If you are anywhere in the United States, you might be able to see solar eclipse in the morning. Solar.
So watch it.
Chris, we know that you were talking about it, how it might be at noon there in Texas, but I would check your stuff because it might be earlier than that, because for us, it is literally at 9 something.
Right. Unless it happens just in one spot and then he has to see it. But I'm pretty sure they show it on the map going through, like, New Mexico, Texas,
right.
New Mexico, and then up into like southern Utah, and then it goes out like Oregon.
Yeah. I don't know. Chris says Daddy Magic over on Rampage and Sky Blue tonight. Well, you guys enjoy that Rampage. I'm going to not. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight for SmackDown. We'll see you again on Monday for WWE's Raw. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.
Bye.